Hello, my wonderful role-playing peeps. It's me again. +4 initiative bonus, or roll initiative. And I'm here with another DMing tip. This is a very simple one, but it's not, I don't know if you would call it a tip, but it's more a don't do that kind of thing. Okay? So what we're talking about today is, wouldn't it be cool if, as a GM or a player. Now, every gaming group has at least one of these players. What's the worst part is if your group's DM is one of these players. Now, let me explain to you what that is. It's very, 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 very simple. It is not proportionately giving the correct items, gold, things of that nature to the group at inappropriate levels. Okay? For instance, you're level 1 and the GM says, okay, everybody's level 1, everybody has 100,000 gold for their D&D characters. That is preposterous. You should never do something like that. Wouldn't it be cool if DM thinks in grandiose concepts when it comes to playing, comes to plots, and they don't read. For instance, if they're going to do a module, they don't read the module. They know, they find the module. They know the module is Tomb of Horrors. Okay, so they run Tomb of Horrors, but it has nothing to do with the Tomb of Horrors. Tomb of Horrors is a meat grinder. It's an older one, and it's a meat grinder. Anyway, that's what a wouldn't it be cool if DM does. They take you might be just shooting the shit, talking about, it'd be pretty cool if, I had this item for this level. I would make me completely. That'd be super awesome. And the DM's like, that would be awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you. What? No, we're just kidding around. No, I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you. You can have it. Like artifacts at level 4 or, things of that nature. There's certain games that it's hard to be the wouldn't it be cool if character. But when it comes to the wouldn't it be cool if character is worse. I one time was in a group that had not only a wouldn't it be cool if character, but wouldn't it be cool if GM? That is a combination that just blows the campaign out of the water, because you get this concept of, I pray to my deity and he will physically manifest and talk to me like me and you were talking. That doesn't happen. D&D deities are these omnipotent beings of a vast, immense power that can think and kill every mortal in a 100-mile radius. Dead. No save, you die. End of discussion. They don't really deal with individual people unless they have to. You're a nuisance to them, even to the good people. Even the good deities. Even the good deities are dicks in D&D. Pelor is a jerk. He's a they take on the aspect of their alignment. And it can be a fun thing if done correctly. But what happens is Pelor isn't going to join you on an adventure, which happened once in a game of mine, okay? We found Cord. Cord came and helped us. He was with us. He took damage from an orc. How? But that happened. So this is what you get wouldn't it be cool if, okay? You don't want to be these players. You don't want to be these GMs. The wouldn't it be cool if they can be obnoxious. They get aggravated at a GM. You get a GM like me. I don't really, if I'm running a D&D game, I do not run a super mega high fantasy, high magic game. I just don't. I've never enjoyed those types of games. Like there's teleportation circles everywhere. They travel anywhere. There's airships flying through the air. There's all this stuff. You know, there's street lights that's lit up by magic at night, and there's all this stuff. I don't really enjoy that because I've never really seen that as being a DM, as being a D&D world. Now, there are some aspects, some areas, some different realms of existence in D&D that, yeah, that's probably true when it comes to the high fantasy. But that's how those planes are built, like Mechanus or something like that. Now, when it comes to the wouldn't it be cool if, as a GM, I've dealt with these players before, and there's only one thing that you can do to these people. You've got to, unfortunately, explain to them what you're expecting of them when it comes to the game. I mean, if you've got a wouldn't it be cool if GM, you know, a lot of times these wouldn't it be cool if GMs are the super mega, super high fantasy, super magic everywhere. Everything's magical. The doorknob that you use to turn the door to get into the inn is magical. But, I've never enjoyed that. And these wouldn't it be cool if GMs they don't understand the concept of little is more. Because if you say, all right, you're basic, you just pull stuff just from the basic player's handbook, basic races and things like that. Now, well, speaking of from the player's handbook, if anybody has a good way to pick out a wouldn't it be cool if GM or player or something like that, is when you say, well, I'm going to play a half elf. Okay. And the other half is orc. What? No, you're a half elf. Right. I'm half elf, half orc. Or I'm half dwarf. What? That don't work that way. Read the race. Your other half is human. Half orc. The other half, human. Okay? Humans in D&D are the catch-all race. They do they can do anything, they can do everything, and they basically can breed with basically every race. Now, a dwarf, marrying and having children with a elf, they might not be able to have children. She might not be able to conceive, or he might, or if it's a female dwarf, might not be able to conceive and have children. If they do, you might get a shorter elf or a taller dwarf. Now that don't make any sense. When I say taller dwarf, which means he might have more distinguishing features of an elf rather than a dwarf, but his racial stats are dwarf, but he may have pointed ears, or he might have a real high charisma score or something along those lines. Or if it's the shorter elf, he's an elf but he's shorter. Instead of being 6'2", he's like 5'3", 5'4". He's shorter, might have a stockier build about him. But that would be the way. You would not be a true half in game mechanics, be half and half. It does not work that way. There is no half and half that's not published by Wizards of the Coast. Okay? You might find something that is homebrewed that's dumb and you shouldn't use. I take that back. It's not dumb. You can use it in certain situations. Might make for an interesting NPC, maybe an interesting plot point, something like that. But an overall playable race, I don't think so. Okay? It just don't hold well. It don't hold water with me. Let's put it that way. It doesn't hold water for me. I don't get it. But I've always seen it like this. Humans can breed with any race. Okay, they are the catch-all race. They can get busy with any race and have a child. But a dwarf and a gnome, or a dwarf and a halfling, or an elf and a halfling, or something like that, they might not be able to have children just because of the way they're set up. And that's a good indicator of being able to pick out a wouldn't it be cool if player or a GM that allows it. Now, once again, going back on what I said before in a previous video, with a proper backstory, that no can turn into a yes. Even with me, even though I don't hold water with me, a proper backstory means a great deal when it comes to a character, comes to your concept. But the wouldn't it be cool if character can ruin a backstory. You understand? Your backstory can become this thing that is, I killed a dragon when I was 12. I beat it to death with my own hands. I strangled it to death. What? A great worm red dragon you strangled to death and killed? Yes. What? No, you didn't. No, you did not. No. That don't work that way. But that's my backstory. It happened that way. No, that's not a proper backstory. Or simply saying, my father was a man whore, and he had sex with anything and everything, and here I am, and that's why I'm a half-breed. I'm a half and half. No, it doesn't. Give me more than that. Give me something. You got to give me something other than that before I would even remotely entertain it. I just don't like the half and half breeds. I don't like it. If you're half, your other half's human. You're a goblin and your other half's human. Right? You're a half goblin, which is, in 3.5, you could become stuff like that. But anyway, moving on. The wouldn't it be cool if character gets bogged down, a player in GM gets bogged down with essential things in Dungeons and Dragons or any game that you're playing, like dice rolls. They fancy themselves storytellers, but they are the Michael Bay of DMs. Okay? Basically, they're into huge explosions and super cool, awesome magic attacks and, your Wizard Harry, moments and stuff like that. They're all about stuff like that. They're all about you fighting Voldemort with the two energy blasts hitting each other and it's going back and forth. Goku raising his hand and getting the people of Earth to give him his energy to throw a spirit bomb. That kind of storytelling is what the wouldn't be cool if GM does. Be prepared for a grandiose adventure that can be entertaining because it's so absurd that it's funny. That's what you're in for. If you're in for entertainment, great. It's great for entertainment value because it's exactly what it is. It's not really a game. It's basically a Michael Bay movie. It's explosions and boobies. That's what it is. But what I'm trying to get down, we're sitting at about a 14-minute mark here. Don't do this. Sit back and really think, yes, that would be cool, but my players are level 1. We can build to that. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I've talked 14 minutes about don't do this, but you got to be cool. Don't get me wrong. You get to a point. You got to be cool. If you're playing a level 20 game, a high level 20 game, then yeah, your characters should be badass. Your character should have killed a dragon. Your character should have done this and done that, have traveled to other realms of existence, other dimensions. They should have went to hell. They went to heaven. They died once and come back. Yeah, you're level 20. I get it. You should have super awesome magic items. Heck, one of the party members might actually have an artifact. Yeah, you should. Because you're level 20. Because it makes sense. You're the max level in the game. Yeah. But level 1? Not so much. So I'm going to leave it right there. The next video that I do will actually be an update to Milo. Today is Sunday. Tomorrow's Monday. We hopefully will be doing Monday night D&D. Just know this, that there might be an issue. We may or may not have it. Problems. We might not have enough players. If that happens, I will do a video on something. I'll post it on the like page, what it will be. I'll send a video out saying, hey, we didn't do D&D tonight. So I'm going to do a video on this. So that's where we're going to leave it today. We're sitting at the 15.5-minute mark. So I'm going to leave you with this. Don't be a wouldn't it be cool if player or DM. Make your character fun. Make him cool to you, but don't overdo it. Okay? Now just know this. I'm a player, and I'm also a GM, and I'm here for you.